All right, let's now shift our attention to some other stories. Now, where US President Donald Trump has once again landed himself in a bit of a controversy for racially charged tweets aimed at a Congresswoman of color. Now, in a series of tweets, the president took aim at a group of Congresswomen whom he referred to as progressive Democrats in a sarcastic jibe. He then dragged in the ethnicity of the Congresswomen, and in what can only be described as an appalling statement, he asked them to go back to their home countries. Now, the president did not name the Congresswoman in question, but it is quite evident as to who he was targeting. The squad, as they are popularly called, is a group of 4 Congresswomen of color. They are Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the woman that you're looking at on your screen, and also Rashida Tlaib, Ayanna Presley and Ilhan Omar, all of whom are new faces in the new Congress and have been vocal in their disdain for Trump. Now, except for Ilhan Omar, who moved to the United States as a child, the other 3 were born in the United States and have lived there for the entire of their lives. Now, the president's outbreak did not end there, though. He also went on to suggest that the Congresswomen came from countries infested by corruption and crime and asked them to go back and fix it instead of telling the president as to how to run the United States.
So after a
long Trump also managed to drag House Speaker Nancy Pelosi in his tweets.
Investigation.
So this is, of course, the tweet that he put out. I'm sure Nancy Pelosi would be very happy to quickly work out free travel arrangements. Now, Pelosi had a fallout with the squad over the Democrats' decision to approve funding for the migration centers. Trump tried to play on this rift and said that Nancy Pelosi would be more willing to arrange for free transport for the Congresswomen. The move, of course, backfired, however, as Pelosi tweeted out against Donald Trump, terming his comments as xenophobic. This, of course, is the tweet that's been put out by Nancy Pelosi, where she states, and I quote her here, "I reject Donald Trump's xenophobic comments meant to divide our nation rather than attack members of the Congress. He should work with us for a humane immigration policy that reflects American values. Stop the raids. Families belong together." Now, Alexandria Cortez also gave a pretty strong reply to the president's comment. She said, and I quote her here, "You're angry because you can't conceive of an America that includes ours. You rely on a frightened America for your plunder." This is the strong tweet that she has put out. Needless to say that the president is being criticized from all quarters for his racist tweets. The Democrat presidential candidate Bernie Sanders has also slammed Trump and has said that the country should stand together for justice and dignity. All right, now, Iranian President Hassan Rouhani has said that Iran is ready to hold talks with the United States if Washington lifts sanctions and also returns to the 2015 nuclear deal. Now, in a televised speech, Hassan Rouhani said that Iran is always ready for talks if the United States lifts the sanctions that it has imposed. The escalating tensions and also the daily war of words has seen Tehran adopt a defiant stance on the nuclear deal. It has amassed more low-enriched uranium than permitted. It has also started the enrichment process above 3.67% that was permitted under the JCPOA. Now, 3 key European powers called for dialogue and also an end to the escalation over Iran's nuclear program, as tensions have further intensified between Tehran and the United States. So we think that the moment has come to act in a responsible way and also look for ways to stop the escalation of tensions and resume dialogue, said a statement by the leaders of Britain, France and Germany, although they've done very little to allay the fears of Iran and try to protect the joint Iranian nuclear deal of 2015. The relations between the United States and Iran have deteriorated since Donald Trump last year unilaterally withdrew from Iran's 2015 nuclear deal. And also earlier this week, Iran announced that it has surpassed the uranium enrichment limit by 4.5%. Now, Trump had warned Iran on Saturday, saying that it must be very careful and that it is treading on very dangerous territory.
شهدای این استان